One's not cutting it. Okay, we got 2. You know what we're doing here. 3. Testing a brand new Makita 40 volt XGT. Or they call it XPT. No, XGT. GPH03SU1, their new 3-speed hammer drill. I think there's only been 3 or 4 people on YouTube doing this. Okay, I've already got it. Let's try to read some stats on it before I start doing it. Tool, it's made in China. The battery, cell made in Japan, further processed in China. Charger made in China. Tool bag made in China. They don't seem to say too much more. I got the book. So let's read the book while we wait for more people to show up here. And here's the drill. And here's the handle. Handle reminds me of Bosch. Reminds me of Bosch. And here's your rod for drilling into stuff you want to only drill so far. Okay, let's read the book. And by the way, here's the battery. 4 amp hour. Tablet cells. Okay. Came from the factory in speed 2. Let's turn it to speed 1. Drill mode. Okay. Speed 2. Speed 3. Now we have a wheel here. As soon as I see what the wheel's doing. Let's turn it into speed 1. There's the light. Trying to see it. Okay. This light is really bugging me. Okay. I got to get a light. Okay. Just like you got something going on, you know what I got? I got something going on. I can tell you. Okay, how's the light? Okay, got it in speed 1. Trying to figure this out. Well, maybe I'm supposed to put it in showing the screw. Here we go. I'm supposed to show the screw in order to do this. No wonder why. I should probably be reading a book. Okay. See it? Okay. Now. I see this is going to be fun. Most. Okay. Let's read how to do. Okay. Let's not worry about safety. First switch. Speed changes. The tool is a speed change lever. To change the speed, first switch off the tool, then slide the speed change lever to the 1 position for low speed and the 2 position for medium speed and the 3 for high speed. Speed 3. This is the fun part. Let's figure this out. Okay. The tool is the speed change lever. Okay, that's for that. Selecting action mode. Right, it's blinking. Okay. This is fun. This is getting to be kind of boring until I figured this out. I was going to do, this is getting to be complicated. So let's just switch out of that. Let's just not worry about that. Okay. We're not going to use the handle right now. Okay. Let's try it the old-fashioned way. Let's just try to finesse it. Okay, first of all, let's see how the chuck acts. Feels positive. Okay. Let's turn this irritating light off. That's high. That's off. Okay. Let's try to finesse this. These are 3-inch spats. Okay, there's one. I also want to make the holes for putting in much bigger fasteners than these little crappers. Let's put this one in a knot. I got to figure out this clutch over the weekend, okay? That's going to be another live stream. Wow. A knot. And I got it in speed 3 and then drill mode. Okay. I just want to get holes started here. That's all. I want to snap this wood. I want to use this wood for at least a week or two. Okay. Let's see if I can feather the trigger on this thing. Some drills you can feather so good you don't need a speed selector. You can use your finger. See what people are saying. How's it going, guys? I'm looking at my other phone. Use your fingers. Why even bother with the Let's see if I'm staying back here on this fucking internet. Yeah, okay. Looks like we're back. I know this ain't Lethal Weapon 5 or 6. I'm kind of hoping they'd come out with that movie about 10 years ago. Now everybody's damn old for that movie. Their 70s or their 80s. Okay. This is about as far as I'm willing to go to this way. I don't want to adjust the camera. Okay. Tell you one thing, the weight of the drill helps. I bet you this thing weighs 6 or 7 pounds. Tell you one thing, this ain't no M12 fuel. I just got to read up on the clutch. Not bad. And that's in speed 3. I'm going that slow. This thing is a tank. M1 Abrams style. This is my first Makita tool I've ever owned. Everybody badmouths them. I don't know why. It seems to be working. But if I do a video, let's say I do a live stream every 2 days with this and see what it does. Maybe I'll try that. And then do a bunch of shorts and some longs, but keep doing the live streams with this. We'll see if we can just maybe give Makita some love, maybe. We'll see. Once I learn how to use the settings on this, does this clutch supposedly with a digital? Well, we're back. Let's put it into another knot. My better judgment. Another knot. Life is full of knots, unless you're rich as Jeff Bezos, in which case there is no knots. You make the knot go away. I'm tired of watching TV, you know. According to the television, we're all going to get blowed up tomorrow, so I'll pass. See anybody saying anything? Hey, guys. Yeah, my first Makita. And by the way, I got an adapter for this. I'll break it out at the end of the video. I can take the 40-volt Makita battery and put it on their LTX platform, 18 volts. So I saw that on that one channel that's in Australia. Tools and stuff, I think. It's kind of a narrow knot. Let's try it. I got a void here. I got a pilot hole in here for running either the Bosch 1330 world's strongest drill and find out much max torque for using this softwood, or we can try this once I break this drill in. The Bosch 1330 world's strongest drill is broken. Believe me, we don't have to break that in. We don't have to break that in at all. That's broken. You can control your finger, you can do it. Even though I do want to learn how to use this clutch. And I got my Flex big light behind the camera. You notice I moved everything inside the garage. I'm tired of being outside, especially in the cold. And now I can start doing my videos a lot sooner. In the summertime, I'll be out of that sun. Try to get 2 more here. Let's go here. Actually, let's stagger these. Like I said, the Flex Turbo Hammer Drill is a tank. I also have the Metabo HP, which is really 40 volts is really 36. So the Metabo HP high torque hammer drill is the same voltage as this, just only 2 speeds. So it's going to take this on too. I'll be busting all the drills off in the next month. In other words, all the way through March. Because right now I'm kind of tapped out on buying more tools. Whatever tools I have, that's what I'm going to be using for until at least April when I have some more money. New ones right now. I've already spent quite a bit of money in the past 3 months on tools, and it's the wintertime. You know, they make a lot of guys are telling me since these are Japanese, they're not looking for maximum power. Well, this thing is rated 90 inch-pounds. That's got the 1007 beat by maybe almost 100 inch-pounds. And that's a 3-speed. How many 3-speed drills do I have? This, DeWalt XR DCD 1007, Metabo German 3-speed, Flex Turbo 3-speed, and I have the Fine 4-speed. So I have 5 drills that are more than 2 speeds. I can't think of any other ones out there right now, or unless I buy a Festool. And Festool makes this look cheap. Actually, my Fine makes this look cheap. My Fine hammer drill with all the functions on it, and if I were to add all the attachment to it, it would cost more than twice this. So I know this thing is supposed to beep if you do it the right way. Now I should be good right about here. This has good trigger control. I think, I got to think of the guy now. Tinker with Tools says, I agree, this does have very good trigger control. I got it on speed 3. I'm not using the full power of this, not even close. I don't know if I can screw that slow with some of the other drills. We'll have a drill off later, like in April. See how slow I can really go. It's all in the finger. Spent 10 years working in countertop shops. Took every shop class in high school they had available, everything. I'm going to break this drill in the right way. Not the way people used to break cars when they first bought them. They took them out and ran them up top speed before they even broke the engine in. Like I say, this is a cheap drill. The Fine Bare tool, over 400 hours. Just the 4-speed fine I have costs as much as this drill with everything. And I don't think the fine didn't even come with a charger because it's Bosch batteries. So it's just bare tool only, $400. Then if you add the batteries in, the charger in, and all the accessories, you're looking at over $1,000. The best tool can cost more than that. Not bad. Let's kill this light. It does feel like it's got plenty of power. Carried it about an inch. Wow. This thing does have some power. They weren't kidding about it. Okay, now let's. When I figure out how to use this clutch, and all the settings, will install these according to the clutch. This supposedly has 95 settings. That's full power. Let's see how slow we can go. I think I'll be getting some more Makita tools. First of all, let me go on Facebook Marketplace. Here's the knot. Let's see what I can get because it's way cheaper than paying retail. People put a lot of tools on there that are hardly being used. I can get LTX, the adaptable battery on it, and it takes it down to 18. Or it takes it down to 20. This thing weighs a ton. I can see why you won't be using this thing all day. Oof. You won't. Oh, that's almost stripped. Okay, let's keep her moving. This is the one I buried. Making sure the volume's all the way up. Tell you one thing, this weighs way more than the Bosch or any other drill. Feels like it weighs more than the Flex. What a tank. This one in the knot. Okay. We removed all these 2-inch spacks. So far, the clutch hasn't screwed up. Okay, let's see what's next. Let's run something a little bit longer. Not that long. Don't need that here. Okay. 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 Seems positive enough. Let's run these. A lot bigger. Let's run them in the same holes. These are a little bit thicker. Oh, yeah. I hate long sleeves. It's cold out here. It's gotten down to about 50. The knot. She has power. Let's not go there. Let's go here. Here. Almost buried that thing. Wow, I'm live again. Now let's remove these. That's a little bit warm. Let's get a glove. This thing has anti-kickback too. Anti-rotation. Thing weighs a ton, I tell you that. I want to make a lighter battery, maybe about half this size. 2 amp hours would be good. But oh well. This will give me a good workout. This is overkill. My M12 Fuel, my M12 subcompact brushless can take these out. This is overkill. This is what that's what that M12 brushless drill is what 350 inch-pounds. This is what 4 times as strong. Okay, what's next? Okay. Now we can switch it. Now let's put some big stuff in. Okay. Same holes. Wow, it came out of the chuck. That's not good. I remember somebody was talking about that. I can't think of who was doing that. Tool squatch. Yeah. This happens too much, I'll be returning it to Acme. Fast. Maybe I'm jinxing it wearing the Milwaukee shirt. I doubt it. Makita needs to send me some shirts and some hats. Oh. Power. Let's put it in a knot. She does have power. I don't know. This might be a rival for the rest of my drills. Can't test it against the Milwaukee 4th generation because I sold that, so don't have to worry about that anymore. They're coming out with a 5th generation at the pipeline. I know they are. That drill's already 4 years old. Time to make a new one. Be like Ford and GM and Chrysler keeping the same muscle car for 4 years. They redesign them about every 2 years. Wow. Should say this is fast. Okay. See if anybody's saying anything. Okay. How long have I been live? Only 52 minutes. Well, let's keep going here. Maybe I'll do some Bosch stuff too. We'll see. See what the battery's at. Still fully charged. It better be. This is 40 volts. Now let's try the fun part. Let's try removing these. We put in 3, 6, 7 of them. Let's see if we can take out 7 and speed 3. It did it. It did it. Wow. It did it. Wow. Got to coax it. It's also safer in speed 3 if this didn't have a any kickback. Wow, this thing is fast. Whoa. This is very, very, very fast. Man, I don't think I've seen a drill this quick before. Man, that's fast. And so far, the chuck hasn't acted up. Well, do we go bigger or what? Or 95 settings, you know, why don't we just call this? Okay, let's move on. This will be another day we get back to this while I read up on this clutch. This thing is fast. Very fast. I'm impressed. Once I get 3 or 4 more sessions on this, let's say an hour or 2 more in on this drill, break against the other drills. A lot of guys said these drills are broken on them, all the older models. A lot of Tool Squatch in 1986 said the chuck doesn't like working. Well, that only did it to me once. So we'll pay attention to that. But this is a freaking tank. And that was all in speed 3. I mean, gee, maneasers. I don't know what else it could drive in speed 3, but let's find that out another time. Let's move on to the Bosch stuff. I'd like to be online here for at least another half an hour. So let me put this thing away. And I'll get some of the Bosch Expert batteries out. This is a nice drill. I like the looks of it, actually. I'm tired of looking at red, and I'm tired of looking at yellow. Okay. The handle I never used, but it reminds me of Bosch. In fact, it's a little bit shorter. In fact, I bet you I could probably put the Bosch handle on this. And here's the big old charger. Big honking thing. And this is only only 4 amps. This is a slow-ass charger. Made in China. Well, what do you expect? I need at least an 8 amp. By the way, I have the new Scener. Whoever, I don't know if anybody's seen my videos, I have the new Scener 6 amp fast charger. You can, it'll tell you what the battery's at. They need to make one for 40 volts. So, Yep. I'll give you a nice little tool bag. Yeah, let's break out some Bosch tools. I'm getting bored here. And we'll run some big stuff. Okay. Let's break out two Bosches. We'll go back to the Makita next week. Okay. Let's go with the Bosch GDR 18V215 impact driver. Came out last spring. Let's move on to the GDS 18V350 compact impact wrench. Came out last summer. In fact, I think it's on sale at Lowe's right now. I think I can think of the guy's channel now that said it's. I get all my Bosch tools from Acme's, Lowe's. But Lowe's is supposed to carry a lot of Bosch tools, so they got rid of tools from Acme's, Lowe's. But Lowe's is supposed to carry a lot of Bosch tools, so they got rid of Flexible, as you guys know. Okay, let me get some batteries here. Cells not tabless, but engineered. To me, it feels like it has as much power as the 8-amp Pro Core. Okay? This is the old Pro Core 8-amp. So I think the 6-amp Expert has just as much oomph as the old Pro Core. Both 21700 cells. The difference is the Expert's been redesigned. And here's your 4-amp Expert. This is tabless cells. This packs just as much punch as this big Pro Core. Okay? Now, we're talking the 8-amp Expert tabless. This packs as much punch as, actually, I've already looked at the stats on these new Expert batteries. They put out more power than the Forge batteries, Milwaukee. To get some more batteries. Actually, we're good. Okay? We're good. Okay, let's see what we're going to do here. We're not going to run small stuff. Let's run the impact driver first. Let's run it with the Pro Core 21700 cells. That's the Expert tabless. The 6-amp 21700 cells, but not tabless. The 8-amp tabless. Okay. Now, we're away from Makita right now, not Metabo. I got Metabo German too. So, sold a bunch of Milwaukee tools, a whole bunch. Okay, let's warm this thing up. Let us see what I'm looking for. Okay. Then we'll start some more holes, I guess. Here we go. Pro Core. Fully charged, 4-amp. Let's start a hole right here. Drills are much quieter, way quieter. Let's put on the Expert tabless. Let's go with another knot. It's got a kind of a knot. Actually, let's go with the knot. I have to keep it away from the other hole we did with the Makita. Let's put one. Now let's switch. Expert's quicker. Back to the 8 amp Pro Core. One more. Okay, let's take the Pro Core off. Now, let us run. Let's run the 6. Here's the 6 amp. This is not tabless, it's just a redesign. It basically takes the place of the 8 amp power, Pro Core. Okay. Feels like it's just as fast as the Pro Core. By the way, it's the same size as the 8 amp Expert. I can't tell any difference in size. I'm sure there's a slight weight difference. Okay, let's put one here. Okay, pull it off. Let's go with the best battery they make now, their 8 amp tablet cell. Two, 4. Okay. Still fully charged. Okay. Now, let's try to remove all these. Let's put a glove on. Let me put my safety glasses on. These are brand new ones. They're anti-fog. Got them at Lowe's in their discount section. Okay. By the way, this is the GDR 18V215. They're coming out with a new one this summer, the Expert one. It's going to be called the GDR 18. Okay, we're still here, I guess. Okay, let's remove it with the tablets, the 8 amp, their best one. Their best battery out. Let's go to their worst battery. Well, not their worst. Their worst would be their 2 amp. The regular 4 amp, 21700 cells, but not tabless. Okay, now let's take that one off. I already ran the 8. I already ran that one. Okay, let's go to the 6 amp 21700 cell. It's just not tablets, but it's a total redesign. I hate long sleeves. It's not that cold. Okay. Okay, now let's pull this one off. Okay, now let's go with their 4 amp tabless cell battery, the new Expert. Okay, now let's pull that off. Let's go with the old 8 amp Procore 21700 cell, tabbed. This thing does have lag time on it. You can tell by hearing it. Even I gotta think the guy's channel now. I like his channel. Boy, does he test tools. Tinker with Tools. He says, yeah, this trigger does have lag time on this 215. You can tell it hesitates for about a split second. Okay, now we went through all that. Now, we've already skipped the little spats. Let's go with these big monster mamas. And we're going to run back and forth both the GDR 18V215 impact driver and the GDS 18V350 compact impact wrench. So, okay. Now I got to get something in order to be able to do this. Let me see. What do I got? Okay. Don't think I have it here. Here it is. The bit. Okay. We'll do this. Let's run this. Okay. Okay. Let's run there. Now I got the other one somewhere around here. Let me find the other one for the impact wrench. Let's just put it on there. Okay. The impact wrench. The GDS 18V350. By the way, I tested this. So you beginning of last summer, only puts out 300 foot-pounds. Doesn't put out what Bosch says. No way. At 400 foot-pounds, this thing will be knocking on the new Gen 2 stubby. Okay. Now. Okay. One more. Then we'll switch the battery. Put it in Expert 4 amp tabless cell. Okay. Hey. Now let's pull that battery. Let's run one more. Okay. And let us run the regular 4 amp 21700 cells, but not they're tabbed. Okay. Now This is starting to warm up just a smidge. Okay. Let us put the 6 amp 21700 cell but redesigned battery expert. How many more do I got? I think I only got one more. Okay. Now let's go to the big kahuna, the big 8 amp hour tabless. Let's run in that knot. Better yet, let's run into this knot. It's even tighter. Wow. Now that was tight, but look how fast it did it in. Quick. Okay. Now let's remove these. Okay, let's go with the 8 amp expert tablet cells. Let's try this one. That's quick, man. Okay. Now let's go with the 4 amp tablet cells. Okay. Let's go with the wimpy little Procore 4 amp. Okay. Now, let's try to find the battery I'm looking for. Not the 8, we already used that. Let's go with the 6 amp tab cells, but this battery is a total redesign. That was that knot. Oh, that's hot. Okay. Foster Procore. Time to get the old vice grip. Time to get the old vice grips. Time to get the old vice grips out. So we get stuck in these collets. Anyhow, this collet, this collet has slop in it. It's like the Japanese Asian collet. Well, let's remove it. Sometimes it heats up and gets stuck in there. Wow. Stuck pretty good too. Stubborn. Wow, it stuck pretty good too. Okay, I got an idea how to get it out. Let me run another lag in. Let's run it in with the 8. No, the 6. Put it right here where this other knot is. Came out. Let's just leave it in there. That's how you got to do it. You got to work the machine to get this busted. we haven't used. $350. Let's just run the 6 amp hour tab cell battery expert. Okay. Just run all these batteries and be done with this. Okay. Now, let's put it here. This will hit a lot less. It's an impact wrench. Okay. Let's run one more. Let's make it tight. Okay, let's pull the 8 amp 21700 tab cell battery off and put it here. And let's run the Procore tab cell battery. Let's put it in another tight spot. Okay. Wow, let's pull that off. Okay. Okay. Tabless 4 amp. Tabless 4 amp. Okay. Now, let's run the 8 amp, their ultimate battery from Bosch. Tabless. We got one of these left. Let's find the tightest hole. Right about here. Can't even push it in. Boy, I like running drills better. I don't have earmuffs on either. I'll be hearing that later. Then again, I've worked pretty much since the late 80s around machines without ear protection. Back in those days, you didn't have to wear it in the countertop shop. Okay, 8 amp, expert, tabless. Let's remove all these. Okay, we'll just end this live stream then. Pull off the 8 amp, expert, tabless, and let's run the Procore 8 amp tabbed. Let's put the tabless 8 amp back there. Let's just go with this one. Okay, now let's remove the Procore 8 amp and let's run the little Procore 4 amp tab cell battery. Let's just go with this one. Okay, now let's pull that one off. And let's just go with the little 4 amp expert tablet cell battery. Let's just go with this one. Okay, now let's pull that off. Let's go with the 6 amp 21700 tab cell, but total redesign. It's the same size as their 8 amp. Let's remove this one. Okay, now let's take the 6 amp expert battery off and let's go with the 8 amp again. We're going to do the last two with the two strongest batteries they make. They're expert tablets 8 amp. Okay, amp expert. Okay. It's done here. I'm at almost 90 minutes here. And my other phone's going conking out. Let's see what the 4 amp tabless reads. Drop 2 cells. Okay, let's see. Drop 2 cells. Let's see what the 6 amp expert reads. This is what I think. We agree with Tool Squatch in 1986, and I agree Tools with Souls and a couple of other channels. These are expert battery, 6 amp. Expert battery, 8 amp. 4 amp. The 6 amp is it dropped 2 cells, okay? Okay, the 8 amp came back. Look, it came back. Let's see what the 4 amp did. Only dropped 1 cell. Let's see what the Procore 8 amp did. It still dropped 2 cells. And of course, the Procore dropped nothing. I don't know. Maybe these tablet cell batteries do lose more power, but I'll tell you one thing, they sure as hell put it out. I'll tell you that right now. They sure as hell put out the power. You can tell the difference in all this testing I just did here with batteries are stronger. The Procore, forget them. There's only one more expert battery out there worth buying when it comes out, probably in the summer, is their 15 amp hour. But that's going to be just 21700 tab cells. That's going to be for like miter saws, table saws, maybe a big SDS, maybe the lawnmower they're coming out with. So here's our 4 amp hour expert tablet cells. Here's our 6 amp hour expert not tablet cells, but total redesign. And here's their best one, their 8 amp hour. So, okay, now I'm out of here. Almost 90 minutes. So we managed to get through the Makita hammer drill. I got to figure out how to use all the settings on it. And we tested all just the compact impact wrench and the impact driver. We're still far from done with the expert batteries. So, yep. Okay, I'm signing off, guys.